Microcasting for your city. Talkapolis.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show. Also by Nashville Violins, the string player's #1 choice for their string instrument needs. Nashville Violins offers everything from lessons to repairs. Make sure you check them out at NashvilleViolin.com.
Well, hello, folks.
Hello.
I'm Shara.
I'm Kelsey.
And welcome to Music Business Daily
Indeed.
Here at Talkapolis.
On this
Hope
beautiful
you're having a lovely Tuesday.
Yes.
It's a good day so far. I have a lot of shows lined up. Well, first off, opening story is that Billie Joe Armstrong is seeking substance abuse. He's seeking treatment. He's not seeking abuse.
Yeah.
There was a little meltdown this weekend at the Vegas iHeartRadio Festival.
Yeah, apparently he just was on stage and he thought that they were going to cut the Green Day set short, and so that was just really upsetting for him, and he kind of just like went off.
He freaked out and destroyed his guitar on stage and had a fit. So Green Day has announced that they're going to have to cut short their upcoming promotional appearances while Billie Joe goes and gets treatment.
That's just rough.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard time, too, because they have Uno Dos Tres coming out in the next several months. They're doing a 3-album installment. But you know what? Just because they're in a famous band, they're people.
Exactly.
I've been fans ever since Dookie in '94 when I was like 8 years old.
I was 4.
Jamming out to it.
It was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm glad that, you're always glad when people do get treatment, but it just makes me sad, especially when they have something like a big tour on the way.
Yeah.
But he'll be back out there, probably.
Plan these things.
I know. I feel like they've been touring for forever. I just feel like, but they actually weren't cutting a set short. That was just him freaking out. So we should just give them really long sets. That's just what they need to tell him.
Well, they're superstars.
4 hours. Yeah, right. Exactly. If you're a superstar,
as long as you want to play,
4 hours. Just
go
keep
ahead.
playing. Keep playing.
Yeah.
Never stop. Never stop. Someone who should keep playing but is not playing, Justin Timberlake. We love Justin Timberlake. I'm a little emotional that he hasn't put out an album in a while because
you're a little emotional you didn't get to go in the shark waters with him.
I was sad. He came out and said that Jessica Biel, his fiance, helped him conquer his fear of sharks. I had no idea he had a fear of sharks. I had no idea that she helped, but apparently they went.
I think that's just a given that most people are afraid of sharks now.
I don't know. Some people like sharks. Somebody does.
Sharks aren't like puppies. They'll eat you.
Well, I know, but not everybody goes scuba diving to where they're face to face with sharks. Like I feel like they can have a fear of sharks, but he had a legitimate fear because they were going scuba diving, which I just feel like you need to get over it if you're getting the chance to go scuba diving because that's really fun. Just jump in the water, but he did. Apparently, it was all Jessica. So. Way to go.
He's doing fun things though, like getting married and moving on
and not making an album for us to listen to.
Well, going on to the next step in his life. He's going to be making albums. He's just trying to.
I think if he played Future Sex Love Sounds for the sharks in the water, he'd have nothing to be afraid of because they'd be making baby sharks. Because Justin Timberlake, seriously, Justin Timberlake.
That's what I'd do if I was a shark.
If you were a shark
in the water with Justin Timberlake.
Jeez, iffy. Okay, have you heard of Alex Wilhelm before?
No, not until I found this story.
Well,
and then I wish I had found out about him years ago.
I heard a little bit about him, and I'd heard his name before. He is this guy, he lived in Germany, and he started this blog in like '08 called Crazed Hits, where he would basically just, for hours and hours, scour the internet for music, and then he would put it up on his blog.
16 hours a day, stalking people.
That's pretty much what he did, but he basically now has shut down the blog because he's going to start working for like a major label. He can't announce who it is yet. But just for years, people have gone to his blog, people at major labels, and they've signed people because he, discovered Katy Perry kind of and Nicki Minaj. He would find things online and he would post them to his blog.
Yeah, well, I think it's important to note too that he played guitar, he took internships at local recording studios, and I'm going to go out and buy these books. David Geffen's The Operator and Jack Holtzman Follow the Music. He says that those 2 books really helped him refine his taste before he started discovering all these people years before they were signed.
I just think it's so neat because, you know, there's so many music blogs out there, and just as a blogger, it's really encouraging to see someone that, you know, this is obviously an anomaly. Like, people are not going to just get jobs based on their blogs normally, but it's really cool to see that he put in so much time and effort into this, you know, and really was known as someone that was like kind of a tastemaker.
And he's only 22.
Oh yeah, we're the same age.
Taking over the world.
Exactly. So, you know, kids out there, if you start a successful music blog, this could be what happens to you.
And we'll promote you. Send us a little tweet.
At Talkapolis. Let us know about your blog. We want to read about what you think is cool. He actually has a really cool picture there, too, just staring out.
Really chill.
The world. He's like, I'm going to make millions of dollars off of blogs.
Well, another person taking over the world is Taylor Swift.
Obviously.
Because she's always up to doing that.
Always taking over the world.
But she is in cahoots with Ed Sheeran. And he recently broke down to MTV a little bit about Taylor Swift's songwriting process, which includes just hanging out on a trampoline and being in her car. She's the songwriting machine.
That's where she writes her songs. She just has a trampoline.
Any place, anywhere, she just takes out her phone. She's like, I hear a song in my head. Here you
I
go,
mean, that's
Motorola.
how it works. I'm wondering if she jumps on the trampoline while she's writing, though. That seems like very Taylor Swift things. Because, like, to the beat of it.
Birds with one stone.
Exactly.
Get some workout and write a song.
So you have to multitask. That's a new generation of songwriters. But yeah, Ed Sheeran is just blowing up. He wrote with her. He's really precious and British. And he also wrote with our other story, One Direction.
Yeah, he did.
He wrote a song for them, basically specifically.
Well, he's written 3 songs for them. 1 for their last album and 2 for their new album. But he said, hey, P.S., if you see a similarity, it's because they're from the same batch. It's called My Ex-Girlfriend.
Ooh, so he's getting a lot of track out of this ex-girlfriend, I gotta say.
A lot of track.
Yeah, nice. He is. Exactly. Puns. But he is. I mean, he's getting a lot out of this relationship. I sort of feel like it's like Adele, you know, how she wrote like a whole album.
Yeah.
Based on the guy that did her wrong.
Use what you've gone through.
I know, exactly. So he's writing for One Direction. One Direction, though, they're so squeaky clean that I feel like they haven't gone through any relationship issues. I feel like they've just sort of existed.
Except for
as a poster.
Still in that song.
True.
That's our other story.
That's our other story.
So much to tell you about.
So much to talk about. But definitely check out Ed Sheeran because he is, you know, up and coming. Yes. We really like him.
Are we going to play a little bit of that video?
We're going to play a little bit of his video.
Yes.
Good.
I'm gonna pick up the pieces and build a Lego house. If things go wrong, we can knock it down.
He's so cute.
My 3 words have 2 meanings, but there's one thing on my mind. It's all for you. And it's dark in a cold December, but I got you to keep me warm. If you're broken, I will mend you, and I keep you sheltered from the storm that's raging on. Now I'm out of touch.
Definitely check him out. We like him.
Yeah, he's so fun.
He's full of fun things.
Jive to.
But speaking of One Direction, so they were accused
of ripping off the Clash.
Yes. So they have a new song, and it's called Live While We're Young.
And I have to say, I do think it sounds almost just like Should I Stay or Should I Go in the beginning.
Yeah.
When it first opens. But once it gets to the chorus, it kind of
changes.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a Chiffon's George Harrison type of
reference.
Oh, well, thanks. Let me just pop up my head.
Ooh.
It's not the same thing like that, but I do think, you know, the beginning of the song is what's kind of what hooked.
Yeah, it's kind of what people know.
So I wouldn't be surprised there was.
All right, so do you want to compare them?
Yes, let's do it. So first we should listen to Should I Stay or Should I Go?
Okay, so let's have some Clash knowledge. Exactly, in the house. Obviously iconic.
Oh yeah, good memories.
Do you have them?
Oh, they're in this song.
All right, so obviously that's the Clash. That's what it sounds like.
You know that. Everybody knows that song.
You should know that if you don't know it already. But this is One Direction, Live While We're Young.
Same thing.
Hey girl, I'm waiting on you.
And then it just gets more exciting.
Yeah.
Come on and let me sneak you out
I mean,
and have a celebration.
Really, it was just those first couple of chords, I think.
it was just the first couple chords that I was kind of iffy about. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna.
If it's a little too close, we'll see.
It's a little iffy.
It seems like the court's been ruling a lot in favor of the people that had their original song though. Because I mean, just a couple years ago with the Joe Satriani and Coldplay, they ruled in favor of Joe, and that was settled. Non-disclosure how much to settle for, but we'll see what happens.
We will.
One
see what
Direction,
happens.
those boys made 100 million francs in the last 2 years, and they're like,
so I think they're doing okay.
Prepubescent age.
They're gonna need to retire at like age 20.
A couple dollars, if
maybe
that.
a few.
Is what happens.
Maybe a few. Well, locally, Nashville this week is the World of Bluegrass Week.
I'm excited.
I know there are a lot of shows happening.
Actually,
exactly.
2 nights ago.
I'm
Sunday
just
night.
excited that like Alison Krauss is going to be in our city
yeah.
limits.
Kathy Mattea.
There's so many people
Ricky
playing.
Skaggs.
I know. So all the big
Come on.
names. So there's like shows all week long. So if you feel like catching some bluegrass, some good bluegrass, I know they'll be packed just because like they're playing in a lot of smaller venues. So
and stuff's going to be streamed live from Music City Roots to different concerts.
So you can check out everything at musiccityroots.com and check out some good bluegrass tunes.
That's
or just make your own. Just take that mandolin off the wall and just start playing some stuff.
You should.
I will eventually after this show.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
You gotta tune in tomorrow. Let's see.
Please tune in tomorrow. If I start my band.
If Kelsey gets crazy.
You never know. You never know. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Microcasting for your city. Talkapolis.